You refused to split the dinner bill after ordering the most expensive items? My coworker Jake had this routine at our weekly team lunches. He'd order like he was feeding a family of 5, multiple appetizers, the most expensive entree, extra sides, dessert, at least 2 drinks. Then came his favorite line, let's just split the bill to keep things simple. Every single time. The rest of us would order normal meals and end up subsidizing his feast. $20 pasta suddenly cost us 45 each. We all complained in our group chat. Screenshots of receipts, angry emojis, paragraphs of venting, but nobody ever called him out face to face. He was technically senior to most of us, and honestly, nobody wanted the workplace drama. This had been going on for months. I'd started bringing lunch on Fridays just to avoid it. Sarah from accounting would suddenly have appointments, but Jake, he never got the hint. Or maybe he did and just didn't care. Last Tuesday changed everything. Our manager, Steve, took the whole sales team to this upscale steakhouse downtown. We just closed our biggest deal of the quarter. 8 of us total, including 2 new hires who'd never experienced Jake's dining habits. This place was fancy. White tablecloths, leather menus, the kind of restaurant where they bring water and wine glasses. Steve told us to order whatever we wanted. Company was covering it as a celebration. Everyone started ordering reasonably. I got a chicken Caesar salad, $18. Most people went for burgers or pasta, 22 to 25 range. The new guy, Marcus, ordered a club sandwich and still looked worried about the price. But Jake, oh man, Jake saw this as his moment. First, he orders the tomahawk ribeye, $65, the one that literally says serves 2 people on the menu. Then he adds lobster mac and cheese as his side, another 24. Before anyone can even process that, he's telling the server, let's start the table off with your deluxe seafood tower, $45 appetizer that nobody asked for. I'm watching the server write all this down while everyone else just stares. The new hires look like they're calculating their rent money. Throughout lunch, Jake keeps ordering 2 craft cocktails at $14 each, truffle fries on the side, even gets dessert, some $60 chocolate thing with gold leaf on it. The whole time, he's bragging about his big commission check that just cleared, talking about new cars, European vacations, showing people his bank balance on his phone, really laying it on thick about his recent financial success. When the server brings the check, Jake grabs it before Steve can even reach for it. Then comes his Oscar-worthy performance, the same one he'd done dozens of times before. Whoa, guys, this is more than I expected. He does the fake concerned face, starts calculating out loud. Looks like we're at about 85 each with tip. Not too bad for a place like this though, right? $85 each? When he alone had ordered over $200 worth of food. I watch Marcus's face go pale. Sarah starts nervously checking her phone. Everyone's suddenly very interested in their water glasses. That's when something just clicked. This man had literally spent the entire morning bragging about money. So I stood up, smiled real big, and said, you know what, Jake? Since you've been celebrating that huge commission all morning, and you were just telling us how well you're doing financially, why don't you pick up the whole tab for the team? We'd really appreciate the gesture. Dead silence. Every head turned to look at Jake. Our manager, Steve, raised an eyebrow, leaned back with this little smirk, clearly interested to see how this would play out. Jake's face went from normal to tomato red in 2 seconds. He started stuttering. But here's the thing. He'd painted himself into a corner. He couldn't say no without looking incredibly cheap in front of our boss. Not after bragging about his windfall for the past hour. Everyone was staring. The new hires looked hopeful. Sarah had this barely contained grin. Even Steve seemed amused by the whole situation. Jake cleared his throat, forced a smile. Yeah, absolutely. My treat. Happy to celebrate with the team. You could feel the relief wash over the table. Marcus thanked him 3 times. Sarah actually applauded. Steve just nodded approvingly. The bill? $712. Best chicken Caesar salad I ever had. And Jake never suggested splitting bills again, not once.